Hello, I'm Ash, your divine helper. Today I will be doing a pick a card reading for the full moon in Leo. For pile number 1 is this ruby and fuchsite. Pile number 2 is this super 7. And pile number 3 is this epidote. Please take your time choosing which pile resonates with you the most, and I will see you at your pile. Bye! Hello, if you chose the ruby and fuchsite, then this is your pile. So the first energy I was picking up on was purging and cleansing and getting a better idea on self-care. There might be something that you are very focused on with this point, very pointed and deliberate, dedicated to your passions and your heart's desires with the green and the purplish pink. I'm getting higher and lower heart chakras, but I think that there's a lot of other things pulling you around instead. These may be your base aspects, like other aspects of your foundation that need your attention instead. I'm getting the concept of cleaning house, making sure that your home and family are well taken care of. I feel like on this channel, I'm always talking about germs for some reason, but making sure that the germs are all cleaned out and cleared out. Spirit might have been helping you with clearing out a lot of germs, disease, and distress from your body and environment. This guy looks like a snake to me. He has a little head, he has a little eye, and some patterns. So it might have been helping you to shed some patterns, the divine, and your guidance from inside. It's also kind of reminding me of grass and a field and some clouds. Your environment could have been very cloudy, so this is why the shedding was occurring as well. There was a need to plow the ground, as well as the top of this pyramid. It doesn't look that elegant or fantastic. Like, it looks very simple. You can't see the ruby from the top. Like, there's just a little bit coming through right here, but when you turn it around, it's very beautiful. So I don't know who cut this. Perhaps this was the only way it could be cut. You have to look at it from the bottom and turn it upside down in order to see the true beauty of its compound. Or underneath it all is a snake. He might even be evil because he has red eyes. But red-eyed snakes are my favorite. He does kind of look like a gremlin though. Yeah, maybe underneath it all there was a gremlin. So now I will be pulling from the tarot. I will be using the Golden Threads Tarot for this reading today. The Ten of Pentacles is coming out a bunch of times for me. It already came out in the other pile, and then it flipped out again right before I started your reading. And that made me feel like in this reading it has to do with inner wisdom and inner values. I shuffled the deck again, but he flew out. So he really, really wanted to come out. To pout about. To pout about. What was this card that was pouting? Oh, Honey. This one again. The Queen of Cups also came out in the other pile. The Queen of Cups. Oh, the Five of Pentacles. That also came out for the other pile. Pile number 2. Yeah. Okay, so your emotions and your heart being left out in the cold, not receiving the value from the organization or system or religion that you were looking towards, what you had belief in. But you are now setting off on a journey where you are the Queen of Wands. You are creating your own reality. You are mending and molding the environment around you. You are taking command and taking lead. You are allowing the sun to shine through. You are a divine being. This is approaching in a very fast manner. This is occurring very speedily, and it has to do with your passions and your matters. The sun matters. Taking your aims towards receiving your vitality, receiving communication around what is dead, around betrayals, and instead you're beginning a new page where your values are on display. I'm getting artisan, craftsman energy, something to do with your hands and what you're building. One hand is behind them though. I feel like that's hiding the hand that makes it, but displaying the item that you created. Being humble about the messages you receive from the divine, you see. I already said in the other pile how I disliked this camera, or this phone, because it has like those 4 cameras, and it's just constantly switching them. It was not a good design, or something was wrong with my phone. I shouldn't have gotten the first one. The Empress fell out, but at the back of the deck is the Queen of Pentacles. Do not despair, for there is hell in that lair. 12:04 on the timer. So this has to do with something about your foundations and reality. 4 times 3. Now that's also making me think of like root numbers. When you do the root tree in mathematics, you can break down the multiplications into little numbers and they make this tree. So breaking things down, coming out of the crowd. Yes, and this has to do with your foundations and your environment. Where am I going to go? Something in the past happened that made you very sad. You wanted a childhood dream to occur in the way that you seen fit, but that was unable to occur. But the truth is, you have a golden garden surrounding you. You have an inner world that is very golden. I see golden Reiki light that has a lot of value, that bears a lot of fruit in sight. You're able to stand on this as an individual. It is your individual potential. You are the one in command and in demand. You're able to sit on your throne and know where things go. You're able to kindle a fire and hold your power. And I believe that this full moon in Leo is really helping kindle this fire to grow even bigger. Something has occurred or will occur that is changing your fate. It might lead you to go through the full cycle. I see this wheel spinning and it's going through the fixed signs. So yes, this was destined to occur at this moment with the moon in Leo and the sun in Aquarius. This is a timeless reading, kind of meant for Aquarius Leo energy, but if you're watching this at another time, perhaps you have some fixed energy that is making an aspect that is allowing this to occur at this time. I see you having to use your head and your communication to move through the cycles. Yes, something that you're very fixated on is dead. I hope that's not a real person or anything. I truly hope that I'm not saying that about an actual person. I feel like this is more about a subject matter or a track, a road. Yes, I'm seeing like pathways and one is closed. You have to put your heels down so you'd know that you are this pharaoh. Perhaps it's also shining light upon the rulers of this world and their heights. The pharaohs in this world and their connection to the sky. And that is bringing a rebirth energy. Their time is running out, so do not pout. Yes, I feel like whatever journey that you're on, whatever road you're on, the system that created that is reaching its final max moment, climatic moment. I'm also seeing a Shinigami, and I seen one the other day, or the Grim Reaper. Wow, I'm like so like out of line with my own culture. Yes, perhaps you're out of line with your culture too. Perhaps this was a part of the culture. You're trying to be a part of the culture, but you're just not in line with the culture. And it was a torture. This rebirth is leading you to your part of fortune, That's also reminding me of crusaders. Your self-value, your direction in life is unfolding upon your eyes. You're gaining clarity and insights on the next steps to take and to make. You're seeing how to pour into yourself now. You're seeing what your own waters. Do you see this camera? Okay. It's evil. It's pure evil. There's something pure evil here. This path was pure evil. That's not very happy, is it? But we can just laugh at them because it's dead. I don't feel like you're sad that this path is dead or whatever this is dead. I really hope that you're not. I see this being a moment where you're able to recalibrate and be rewarded for your dedication, your insights, your clarity about who you are and what you are. And that this is just leading you down a river to where you're meant to be and where you're actually meant to be seen. I see your energy causing ripples as you're in full display. I don't know. Now I'm kind of feeling like this bird is a target. Oh goodness. You could really see that as a bad thing, huh? Like maybe somebody's pointing something at him. Oh no. Yeah, I don't think that's that though. Maybe you are a target in this other line of sight. In this other place or space, you are a target. You are not being allowed to live. You are not allowed to have a full and prosperous life. They were having you question your insights, your emotions, your visibility, your abilities, your worth and value. One of the things that I very much dislike is that spirit normally sends me into places to watch the end. And this has happened at so many places. I'm like, no, somewhat unfortunate, but these people are doing very bad things. And so their end comes to them when I leave. And it's always sad to see because you really want to believe in the potential of things and services and the like. But this is leading you to greater self-love, greater commitment to you and the divine, greater commitment to your feminine and masculine energies and your kundalini rising. I see this leading to your desires and your values being met and being intertwined and set. Finally, the feminine and masculine can agree with one another and turn to one another. I'm getting more shedding energy as well as DNA. Maybe this will lead to a DNA activation or boost. I'm hearing a truce. And with the Leo head or the lion head and the bird, this is really reminding me of the Leo and Aquarius energy again. Again, with fixated energy. Yeah, things are being fixed in place with divine union and making more space. The divinity within you is being seen and shown upon. I see light rising from your body, feeling lighter and emotional fulfillment, and also twins with the two. So being met, yes, finally being met in a balanced and ordered way. Yes, Leo is very prominently helping you here with the King of Wands and this Leo and that Leo and this Leo. Lions might be very significant. You may have a lion soul group member or soul team on your soul team. And the Lion King is also coming through. Okay, so I see that you have had to have a lot of strength to get through whatever they have done to you. This took balancing of the inner beast and the feminine attributes within you, a merging of the ferocity of the feminine energy within you. I also see this empowerment of who you are, of your crown chakra and your third eye as well. Like, yes, she is wearing a crown and she is sound. She has become more sound. Her boundaries are better situated now. I think the bottom part is bad too. I don't know. I see this having gotten you back to your animalistic nature, your true nature as well, with these trees in the background. Having the strength to stand proud. I'm also getting very hippie energy here, like spiritualistic, entwined energy now. Yes, the Nine of Pentacles is also reminding me of a gateway, or you being more difficult to attack, to intrude upon now. Your gates are closed and you have your value up. Yeah. We think of people with gated communities. They're not letting solicitors in. They're not allowing those advertisements in. You're not going to be tricked. You're not going to have some salesman knock at your door and say, hey, and there's not going to be anyone who can just come in and make delays. You know what you've built. You know what you stand for. Dining well is coming through. You're behind your values now, or you're protected from with your values, from your values. As getting this balanced energy with the Venus coming through. So a lot of this has to do with your value. And a new path is being forged now. You are being provided with insights and light. You are being provided with divine inspiration and creativity to take this new path. And with the banner on it, it has the stamp of approval from the divine. And the circles that are emanating from the fire remind me of resonance. So this is a path that you're going to really resonate with. It's going to be much more in your inner nature with the flowers and the trees. And it's going to allow you to bloom and see. Also with the clouds, you're going to communicate this in some way, or it's going to help your communication in a way. Lastly, with the Empress, there's full clarity here. There is feeling good in your own body, feeling comfortable and at home and divine, feeling like number one. She has her third eye lit. She also has her little blushies as little circles. Oh, it is 3. Yes, 3. She is so cute, isn't she? She kind of looks like a cat with her little, they drew the cat lips. Intuition, bonsai trees. Bonsai trees are able to grow every which way. They bend and they mold and they shape to their environment and the winds. The flowers on her head are reminding me of the flower of life, and that's another 3. And her insights, and then her hair decorations are reminding me of the directions again, like with this Ace of Cups. So knowing which direction to go. And she reminds me more of a geisha than a queen. So I'm thinking of a courtesan. I think your prowess and your abilities and communication, yes, again with the 3 for Gemini, and communication and your environment and your insights are going to be seen. Your ability to be versatile and play any tune or artistic talent well. Also looks like the sun may be setting or rising behind her. So I feel glowing type energy as well. Yes, very golden glow coming from you now. I think your guides are proud to have you not amongst the crowd and to have you now in your garden and your throne wearing your crown and not needing to compete or even see the drama that's going around. And just know that you are on fire. You have this beautiful garden. Not only do you have the 10 of Pentacles, you have the 9 of Pentacles with your garden, the 10 of Pentacles with your lasting wealth and value now. You're balanced and strong and proud and able to carry your boundaries now. There's also 2 10s, 20. Do we have 2 aces as well? Yeah, look at that. And 2s. Everything's balanced out. Oh, we have 2 8s. Wow. Okay, hang on. We have 2 10s. This was destined. 2 8s. This rebirth cycle made you very strong. 2 aces, providing you with a beautiful new renewal in your path and in your emotions, in your passion and creativity, in your, sacral chakra and emotional body. 1, 2, 3. You're fated to leave your legacy behind with a beautiful house. I hope so. Okay, with beautiful grounds. You're fated to inherit what is yours. This rebirth is making you incredibly strong, or has already made you incredibly strong with your boundaries and your inner self. You're not allowing other people to walk over you anymore, and you're allowing your ferocity to show through. You're now emotionally and passionately balanced with the Venus and Mars coming through here too. The Ace of Cups. The feminine is emotional and the fire is masculine. And so they're balanced now, they're at ease now, and they're both ready to set off on a new path now that is backed by this inner garden and this inner wisdom, inner value system that you have now that is well protected. And you are now allowed to be the king and empress of your palace, of your temple, of your inner world, and as well as your outer world, because the King of Wands rules his outer environment. He is on the stage, and the Empress also has her whole entire world. She rules all of the land. She's able to create anything she wants to make and have anything she wants to make, and she knows her values well, as do you now. So that's all of the messages that I have for you today. If you enjoyed your message, please hit the like, leave a comment down below, and subscribe, and I will see you at your next reading. Bye! Hello, pile number 2. If you chose this Super 7 tumble, also known as the Melody Stone, then this pile is for you. The first energy I'm picking up today is being very stressed out about the details, not seeing the full picture, and things feeling shattered and crumbled, things feeling out of place and out of whack, cracked up, feeling black, but also like there is glitter in the situation. So feeling like the situation is magical, knowing that source and your guides are on your side, feeling very stable despite it all, feeling like something is actually crystallizing. It feels as though a tower has crumbled, yet you're still very quaint inside. This hasn't disrupted you too much as it might have in the past. There's a silver lining here that you know that you must get past. And now these browns are really speaking to me. So soil. It's also kind of reminding me of topaz, like orangey quaintness is really coming through. This also looks like a person to me now, like a girl looking out into the galaxy. Kind of looks like she has an eye with the brown, and maybe those are eyebrows. So looking ahead, looking through space, I see meditation and intergalactic gateways, portals opening for you now. I'm hearing that your guides say that you should be proud and not to be afraid to be loud. So now I will be pulling from the Golden Threads Tarot to see how to get you ahead. How can we get you ahead for this full moon? How can this full moon act as a portal for you? Okay, I had to stop shuffling and this reading because my cat went and was very angry about this reading, and she destroyed one of my crystal grids, and my tourmaline broke. Can you believe this? She broke the tourmaline. So we have a broken green tourmaline, and also this infinite stone that is serpentine also wanted to join in. So I was wondering, like, this melody stone is purple, but the other two crystals were green. And I'm like, oh, that's kind of out of the theme, but it's putting you on a fast track. There was a community that you were trying to reach out to, that you were trying to be a part of, that was creating a very heavy burden upon you. This was something that you thought would be a very beautiful foundation, and that you had a lot of dreams and mysticism experiences. You believed that they would bring in mystical experiences, but in reality, it was just this 7 of Cups illusion. Whoever creates this society puts up a lot of spells and a lot of magic to try to get you to go there as well. They are doing a lot of things and have a lot of means to get people to want to go there. I'm seeing things like advertisement. It's well advertised place. That brings a lot of haste, a lot of hasty energy. I feel like this is something that your guides are very angry about. It's paramount that you don't count. Perhaps it's paramount to them that nobody counts. Your guides are like, thank God that this foundation, this dream, has cracked now. Because now we can get you to feel like the emotional queen that you are, like the creative queen that you are in your own gates, hidden away. We can finally get you there without any despair, without any distractions there. Yes, and this wanting to fit in or wanting to be a part, wanting to collaborate was really breaking your back. It was really causing a lot of damage. Even when you thought that it wasn't, perhaps it was making you feel like a quack or like you're quacking around like a duck. Ugly duckling. Yeah, it could have been making you feel like the odd one out. One of my group chats is called Mao, and just Mao is everywhere. Why? Maybe it's like the Mao Empire. I don't know why that empire comes up so much in my readings because it doesn't come up that much in my own personal life. So to speak. Okay. So to speak for the week. This has just been nightmare after nightmare, despair after despair, here and there. Making it feel like you're missing out on money, claims, missing out on your claims, missing out on the money that should be for you. This is what your community has been doing for you, missing out on all of the seeds that you have sowed. I am feeling very nippy, angry energy. I feel like this is coming from your guide, but it also feels like this Leo full moon energy is bringing this in. The Leo and Aquarius energy. Both signs do not care about getting angry. Like, they do not care about hurting your feelings. They don't care about not liking other people. I find that when the moon moves into these signs, I can think very mean thoughts about people. And that's not my usual energy. It's not an energy I like to be in, especially as a Libra ascendant. Makes me uncomfortable. But the Leos and Aquarius that I know in my life, they're not afraid to not like someone. If somebody is disrespecting them, they are going to disrespect them back. And they are going to bark and they're going to bite. So yes, perhaps you are a very humble soul that doesn't like to get into that energy as well. But this energy is bringing this out, or it's helping you purge it as well. Like if you don't normally allow yourself to feel those emotions, or that's just not like the way that you normally express yourself, then it's allowing any of the stagnant emotions that are kind of buried deep inside out now. This is allowing the foundation to crack, especially around your heart, because the green tourmaline, look at these little pieces, it helps with protection and healing of the heart. And so something has been broken around your heart here. Finally, something has cracked so that you could proceed, because the crystal grid that this was a part of was about expediting, making things very fast, making things occur at like an instant, a yattosecond. And also with the Infinity Stone. This is a crystal that allows you to break the mold and to go very far and fast. I also decided to try out my newer phone for recording, and it is dying at a very fast speed. So something's happening very, very quickly here. So as I was saying before, you are walking away from a regime, from a structure that was mean, from a power that was in control, a community that you wanted to be a part of. This could be a big organization that you wanted to behold, but all it's done is bring you sadness. It's something that you're now ready to walk away from, especially with the 8 and the 4. 8, I'm seeing as the matrix or the structure, and 4 is the foundation. So this is some, yes, organizational structure that you're walking away from. And if this is not in the outer world, then it could just be a sort of matrix in your mind, like a mind structure that was very dictating upon you. Yes, heavy burdens, trying to gain clear insight, trying to be an individual with power in this community and collaborate with the people around you. But all that you received was nothing. And again, with an organization with this Five of Pentacles. Yes, I don't even think I've said. So we had the Eight of Cups with the Emperor that was walking away from this Emperor. And then we had the Ten of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles. So a lot of hard work placed into a community where you wanted collaboration, but you received nothing from this organization. They left you out cold. They showed their shiny crystals and gold, but then there was nothing for you to behold. Like there wasn't even any food here. I'm thinking of like churches showing all of their regal items, and then not helping anybody or the poor. Or they pretend that they're helping you, like false advertisement, paying for promotions and stuff, and it just being bots and the like, where you're receiving fake help or fake insights, fake inspiration. They pay people to say, do it this way, do it that way. And like they have millions of views, but then those people have millions of views because they're a part of the organization and they are selling their product, but it kind of looks real. And so your guides are asking you to now trust your intuition, keep going to your guidance systems, anything that helps guide you, ground you, about what you're going to plant next, about this field of poppies with the Seven of Pentacles. What are you going to do with all of these seeds that you've planted? With the Eight of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, Death, and the Sun, things are progressing very fast so that you, as this Queen of Pentacles that you are, can receive the best. You are this person of great value. You hold a lot of insights, a lot of wisdom. You are the queen with the means to make anything you deem come into creation, you see. And you are now receiving this rebirth for this old structure to have destroyed itself, self-destructed. See, this camera is evil. It jumps all the time. There's another high-end product that is just BS. You pay for the best thing and you get something that is faulty. This is a mess. These organizational systems are a mess. Such high Aquarius energy. Yes. Fighting for the people, speaking out loud, saying what's going wrong now, what is wrong in society, and letting that be seen, expressing yourself by any means. A lot of communication coming through as you allow yourself to be destroyed and be reborn with this vitality. New vitality is coming through. A new life is coming through. New expansion. There will be lots of growth. There will be something to reach for. Yo, yo, yo. See, everyone wants to read the Sun as a good card, but I normally see it as kind of difficult. Perhaps it is my own Sun placement, but Sun energy, everything is seen, everything is heard, everything is felt. And you have to be okay with that. And see, it's kind of pointy. It has these rays, and UV rays hurt. They can cause sunburn. So for me, the sun is not always. And like he's reaching out for it. Have you ever seen a plant reach out for sun when it's not getting enough and it just gets really long and lengthy and spun out? I don't know. That's what the sun feels like to me. But people say it's a very enjoyable energy. And perhaps now that this shattering of your heart has occurred, some sort of blockage that was in your heart chakra, maybe now the sun energy will be good for you. And what is hidden, the moon, is that there is an emotional offering coming towards you. Either your inner masculine is moving forward to share its creativity with a new tree that is abundant, with the Ten of Pentacles, or somebody is coming towards you with an emotional offering that will provide you with a lot of stability, will provide you with a lot of growth and wisdom. It will provide you with a lot of shade and nutrients that you need. It will not bring decay. It's kind of interesting that there's this box above it. Now this kind of looks like a person hugging the tree or a gateway to the tree. It's very odd that there's it's inside a house. It's in a structure. It's like in the garden. I see. Bringing a lot of value to your inner world, bringing a lot of wisdom and light into your life, perhaps even allowing you to have a very great backyard with fruit trees and money trees that allows you to grow high. We also have the Emperor, the Major Arcana, the High Priestess, Death, the Sun, and the Moon. Swoon. You are going to be swooned. No more difficult communities for you. No more being left out in the cold. No more tricks. No more being deceived by organizational systems, by religions. You're walking away from that. No one will be able to trick you anymore. When you see something, you'll see through the fraudulence. You'll see through the big wigs. Yes, these big wigs trying to gain control over the people. Such strong Aquarius energy. You go, Aquarius, you save us. This is happening very quickly for you. Infinite possibilities for you. The Emperor tried to make it so. The High Priestess wouldn't be able to see it so. He tried to keep things hidden in the dark in hopes that she'd waste her time until she departs. But the light has shone upon you now so that you can finally ground. And that is all of the messages that I am picking up for you today. If you enjoyed your reading, please leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe, and I will see you at your next reading. Thank you. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number 3. If you chose this epidote, then this pile is for you. So this epidote is in basalt, and the type of basalt that it's in is amygdaloidal. So that's bringing me to the amygdala in our brain, which is located in the temporal lobe, and it's involved with emotions, particularly fear, as well as emotional memories, and it's made of gray matter in the mind, just like this basalt. And this is kind of a grayish, coppery type color. And then basalt is also reminding me of bath salts. Wait, I think it was basalt, huh? That those folks were ingesting and intaking. So something's going on with the mind, with processing emotions, and with the gray matter, it's reminding me of finding the gray lining, the silver lining, being balanced and neutral about things. I was also working with a lot of grays in a painting that I'm working on this morning. So gray is really coming through. And temporal reminds me of temporal space, the mental body. Yes, a lot of processing. And with the green, it's making me think of the gateway to your heart. So some sort of speckling has occurred in your heart, a speckled matter that might be causing some grief, some sort of infection of discomfort. I'm not saying actual illness, just something that has speckled it with discomfort. And this crystal is extremely soothing to me. It's one of my favorites. It's very heavy and it's very grounding. It was also hidden in a chest, and my cat was trying to slam the door open right now. So I'm thinking of hidden away and locked away. Maybe there's a memory that's locked away in your mind that you can get through only through emotions. It's also reminding me of an emotional portal where when you feel certain emotions, it can take you to a different time and space, temporal. And I feel like this is going to be something that really grounds you if you're able to grab hold of it, if you're able to open the door. This also reminds me of limes, lime juice, limonade, summers. Perhaps the memory was one that occurred in the summer. And then this guy is reminding me kind of a spider, like holding on to something. You might want to check if there's any energies attached. Yeah, because this kind of reminds me of a scorpion. I'm always talking about bacteria, microbes. There might be something attached there that you need to open the door to. And you can do that with energetic work, just by imagining a space or place around your heart and seeing if there's a gate, seeing if there's anyone guarding it, guiding it, or anything of the like. So now I will be moving towards the tarot deck, and today I will be using the Golden Threads tarot deck. I think I seen the devil right back there. I'm seeing the devil energy come through, and then I'm feeling some throat blockages, tightness. I'm feeling past lives here, because I was going to say that it was a situation in your childhood, but with the Knight of Pentacles coming out, I feel like this is something that you might have given to the king, like a service or thing on top of the world. Oh, look, the Empress. She's right there. The world, she's can't be seen there. The world and the Fool. Yes, I feel like in a past life you were giving something to the king and queen, and you could have even been a jester. The jesters in the court, or Hyoka also coming through. You having the world inside of you. I'm gonna put the Empress away because I feel like these were people that you were giving your value to. Could have been forced. Yes, I feel like this was forced because of your powers, your abilities. Kind of like when they go and find you. We got the Devil and the Ten of Pentacles. Could have been because of your family, and now it's through your family. God, yeah, the first cards are really wanting to come through, and only like a quarter of the time do I draw from the top. The Queen of Cups also wants to show up. All of the women in this deck, they are... Queen of Cups, she keeps popping out. Knight of Cups, you had to provide your heart, your values, your creativity, your skills, your intuition, your emotional compassion and information. And this was all judged by the crowd, by the court, the consort. I know courtesan was coming out earlier, leaving it all behind. Never mind. Okay, I'm hearing that this fills you with dread. So I believe in a past life, there was a moment where you said, I don't want to do this anymore. And instead, you went off on your own path where you could just hang out with your values and your prosperity and with Source and the messages that you got instead, because you were judged and filled with dread by this group. It could be a court. I feel like in this life it might be by siblings. It could just be by society and by people who gossip and communicate and commune together to share their emotions and emotional matters. They're constantly making judgments upon things that were now dead, about things that have passed and things that have grown instead. So I feel like this is actually overlapping, that this has occurred in the past, in your childhood and growing up in this life, but this also occurred in a past life. There are a lot of points and a lot of keys and a lot of ignition behind this. With the flowers and the hill and the Six of Cups, I am seeing a palace garden, a gated and guarded home. I'm thinking of homes similar to like in China, like the palaces. But I'm also seeing European courts, like, yes, because I'm seeing a lot of brick as well as columns, but they're more European rather than Grecian. You could have had many lives. This is just a repeating cycle that you've been through, and each time you're getting better at what you do, because the concert, you need a concert, you need a patron. You need patrons and donnas and the like to pay you for your might. So Source puts you in these locations so that you're paid well and that you get your resources that you need. But this has made a gross aspect with money. You could have had other lives where your partner or your parent has a lot of money and then you're relying on that to keep your artisan crafts alive, or so that you can keep on engaging with spirit, so that you can gain certain information, gain certain access. I'm seeing now to the Vatican, like how they have all of the information underground and you need special permission. So you have to get certain doctorates to get certain doctrine now. And I feel like you may have been placed in certain places for artifacts and things, so that you can channel off of the energy. This especially because he has a scepter and everything. You may have even had lives as a crusader, because the cowboy is making me think of the Crusades because of that symbol. And that's also the symbol of the Navy in One Piece. I was like, oh, I knew I was seeing that somewhere. To make things grow. Yes, each life you have reincarnated to make things grow, to ensure that the powers stay as so. By being the observer, you're able to control certain aspects, ensure that certain people don't make moves or they have the proper judgment placed upon them, because your angels and guides that surround you are able to see what the other people are doing and what they're saying and how they're interacting. And then they're able to go back to source because you act as an open portal for them. So then they can say what's going on and source can make deliberate action. And in every life, you are this magician. You're able to wield the unlimited potential of all of the elements. You're able to speak with nature. You're able to commune with the air and with the clouds, with the spirits, with the fire, with the water. You have full mastery in every single life. That's why they throw you in thrive. You're able to come out on top. You're able to communicate the last word. Your creations and your word slice through the others' BS, and they're able to put everyone else to rest. And so you're often thrown in battlegrounds. Also with the courtesan, consort, what's the difference? So the consort is actually married to the ruler. And so I think that you could have been these roles interchangeably throughout your lifetimes. You show up as one or the other. You have to use your brain and your mind and your memories to get you through your lives. What's behind here? The Ace of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords. Always living a life that puts you on the path to ego death, to betrayal, to destruction of the path, destruction of maybe even the king or the emperor. You see, you could be put in high places to destroy the emperor, to break down the society, to place judgment upon all of the social crew with you. Always moving through the path that provides you with a lot of wealth for you to have a blast, but you're also always receiving psychic attacks and having to deal with the words of others and be slain and deal with rebirths and regeneration. This is a path that always makes your feminine and masculine very strong, though. You're always able to have Kundalini awakenings in each life and provides you with more and more power each and every time. And your angel guides are always with you, so you're fine with going down that path. But your soul could have some issues with money because it just associates it with all of that mess. Like, it knows the price that it costs to have elite things and elite abilities, to have great fortune around you. And so in this life, it feels like your soul departed. It said, not this life. I'll go at it alone this time. So you may have been born into a family that was disowned, that was broken apart, that had a lot of tower moments from the start. People could have been taken prisoner, put behind walls so that they would fall. There could have been a lot of watchtowers too, because I kind of see this as the Eye of Sauron. Again, with being put in places where people fall, the watchers and watchtowers around you could have lit them all. So you're constantly having to walk away from all of these emotions, all of these potions, all of these emotional matters of others, and only look towards your value, your inner child's values. Yes, always walking towards your inner child's values, what you held dear since you were a kid, the skills that you practiced since childhood. I'm getting that they also cause towers in other people's lives, other moments, because the house is always on fire. There's always chaos and storms going about. So you always have to trust your intuition and balance yourself out. Because you are a high priestess and you've lived so many lives providing information to the queen, the king, the emperor, the empress, the court, you know how to see immediately when you come into this life. You could be a soul that remembers that they have incarnated, or they're just channeling from the moment that they're born. This is also reminding me of Oshinoko, where the kids, they know that they were reborn and they actually kind of lose their past life memories as they get older, but they have it very strong when they're younger. It's like as they age, they become more and more of the person that they are. But yes, there's lots of information out there on how to incarnate right away when you die. And so lots of souls know how to do this. If you are in the group, you were in the cult, you were in the temples, you learned how to do this. The kings and queens know how to do this. That's also reminding me of Purity Ring, Begin Again, and that whole music video. Oh, and Osama Ranking also has that theme. Oh no, now like all I'm seeing is the older generation destiny swapping and stuff. Okay, seeing through everything, seeing through the light, seeing through the dark, knowing how to depart. Cows with Hathor, as well as the Golden Bull, Zeus, and Europa are coming through. Yes, I'm seeing a lot of rituals. I'm seeing particularly royal rituals. Now that is bringing me to the one where the emperor and empress, or queen and king, are what the cow? I don't remember. That might have been Greece. Anyways, oh goodness. Yes, I'm getting lots of rituals, and now that is taking me to Leo Tolstoy with War and Peace and the Masons. Sweet. Lots of book references, historical references coming through for you. Are you able to see through time? Are you able to experience any time period? It's always been a very cool ability that I've gotten to enjoy. Unfortunately, it's very strong, so I have to be careful about doing that. I just get lost in nostalgia. Yes, lost in nostalgia. And we were having that amygdala information coming through. This ability might be bubbling up to the surface for you. It could have been an ability that you had a lot as a child, where you're able to, in psychology terms, dissociate. I thought it was so funny when I read that. I'm like, oh, yes, dissociation. It's a lot more powerful than that, huh? 6. I feel like, though, in each and every single life, you have a lover, a loved one next to you. This could be a child or a partner. There's always one person that's with you that is able to hold the test of times, that's able to walk through you within that life, that you're able to smell the flowers with without any rife. Perhaps even you are building a legacy and putting in all of this time, putting in all of these efforts and growing the wheat and all of the sweets so that you can become this emperor and empress one day and leave all of the psychological damage behind, right? With 10, individual potential of your words. You've put a lot of time and effort into learning the true value of them and what they grow and sow. Seeing sigils in this reality and your foundations. 20? Okay. 6 nights for the 3 of you. 20 and 3, 23 and me. That's 4 and 7 knowledge, information, 7. And 20 is dualistic unlimited potential, contrast and unlimited potential, the ups and downs, unionship. 2 X's remind me of a dead face though. Like, I'm dead. It's making me laugh. Perhaps the gossip that they say will make you laugh. The judgments that they make upon the king and queen. Oh no, did we just say that? Ha ha ha. So it's reminding me like it's dead, you know? The dead emoji. It's too funny. What people say is just way too funny. Maybe there's a thrill in all of this. Like, even if there is gossip and smear campaigns, you just can't help to laugh at the end of the day. Now I'm seeing communal baths, like bath waters, and that's bringing me to Greece and baths, as well as Turkey and Egypt, like their giant bath pools and stuff. Yeah, I feel like not all of this is bad. Sometimes there's lives where things are sad. Sometimes there's things where things get you mad. And sometimes it's just funny and enjoyable. Like Spirit and your angels do ensure to make it enjoyable for you in the long run. Like there comes a point in time where you mind They mind their own business. You mind your craft. You mind your capabilities. You're able to mind your business. These judgments of the people, these judgments of the environment really help hone your skills and understand psychology and the regular people. Also, as the individual, the magician, you're able to bring chaos and tension into their vision. You might be able to create stories and games that help people get to the end of time. I'm thinking of video games and how much they are a pleasure to waste your time. You got nothing else to do, you need to rest, and so you just play them and make a mess. You're able to cut things off when you need to. You're able to leave when you need to. You're always given an escape plan. You're always given safe passage. You're always provided with a way out when it's time to go. You're veiled and cloaked, and in the night you leave into the forest so you can get rid of all of these cups. You might even be able to see this as her watching something with the cups, right? What if she's not even walking away? She's watching a play, and she's drinking a lot, having a good time. I don't know. Fine dine was coming up in the other one. Oh, and this can also be like fluorite, needing to balance and self-soothe or just be comfortable. I'm not sure why that's going in that manner. 8 potential, 8 the matrix, 8 the system, 8 source. See, she 8. It's never too late. Yes, I think that was just that you're always given safe passage so that you're able to go back to your childhood values and that you're able to escape this tower with all of the insights and ascension that it empowered. 16, individual routine and wisdom. These fires provide you with that greater vision. I also see a projection, astral projecting, and remote viewing here. You're able to see greater heights, gain greater insights through your skills. Perhaps when you do your artisan skills, you're able to gain the information you need about the chaos that's going around you and that's going on in the structures and in the tower. I'm also getting like your inner self as well. This reminded me of electricity. The tower for me is often Uranus energy, and I think of third eye ascensions and transformations that can be very difficult and uncomfortable. It is 2:02 on the timer. Oh, it was 2:04 on the timer for this and 2:02 for the clock. But I seen 2:06. Duality and routine, duality and foundations, and duality in duality or unionship. So I was saying that the tower reminds me oftentimes of ascensions and gaining information and insights that help change your whole world. And the lightning reminds me of the neurons firing off, synapses occurring, because the water too, the brain and fluid. So just so you know, you have all the insights and you have the ability to create the world you want, and you can make whatever you want. You can manifest your heart's desires. You have the solar power as well as the moon power to do this within you. You understand the cycles well enough, and you have all of the mysticism and information that you need to do that. You're a clear and open channel. You're able to gain insights from the light side, from the dark side, and from the higher realms. I feel like all of these negative times in the darkness. Oh, yes. There was a huge honk outside. It really scared me, but it was making me think that you probably have a very good connection with like dark entities because of all of your time spent there and probably your kind heart. The dark entities probably like you, so even though they try to feed on you, they are still your friends. Yes, they love you. That's probably why you're born into these situations a lot, even if they make you itchy and uncomfortable and you don't like it and you want to walk away from it. You're good friends with the light and the dark and the moderate parts. You're friends with everyone in the end. So you're able to gain the information that you need to move through this reality, because even the dark entities will take you to a safer path. They're like, come on, we'll leave all of these people, even though I want to eat you. You know, they're just little devourers, unfortunately. But I think your big heart makes them love you a lot. So they're just like, yes, she's unlimited, or he's unlimited, whatever you are. You are an unlimited being because The Fool is popping out. At the back of the deck, there is the Seven of Cups. And your guides want you to remember that this is a play. This is just a silly little play, a little game that you come here to enjoy, to gain wisdom about, to pour out your heart. So don't take things too seriously. You've done this all before. You'll do it again. And I don't know if it's unfortunate or not, because I think you always win. You win in spirit. Perhaps in the 3D it does not feel like a win, but you can always ascend again. This is reminding me of somebody who's stuck in a rebirth situation of the Phoenix energy. You might be the Phoenix energy. And so this is just something that you do because you're a deity or God in that energy. I'm hearing that you always slew. Is there anything else that you want me to tell them? Just if you need to, you can always call back your energies. You can call back your insights and your information, and you can re-download it, and you can use it as a source of comfort, as a source of value and information in this life. There really is no thrice. 207. There's never anything wasted. It's just pasted. Perhaps you feel like maybe this life is a waste, or the other lives were a waste, or that your art or abilities were a waste, but they're saying that you could always retrieve it and that you could always retrieve the abilities to do it, so there really is never a waste. And that's all of the messages that I have for you today. If you enjoyed your message, please hit a like. I'd love to hear your comments down below or subscribe, and I will see you at your next reading. Thank you. Bye-bye.